Hello everyone, welcome back to PRP Coding. I am Praveen Ravindran Pillai. In the previous video, we built our very first Spring AI application and connected it to a local Qwen3 coder model running in LM Studio. If you missed that video, I highly recommend watching it first because today's video builds directly on it. The link is shared in the description below. Today we are going to learn one of the most important concepts in large language models, system prompts. By the end of this video, you will understand what a system prompt is, how it differs from a user prompt, how Spring AI sends system prompts to the model, and how a single system prompt can completely change the AI's behavior. Let's get started. In our previous video, our controller looked like this. The user sends a message. Spring AI forwards that message to the model and the model generates a response. Simple. But suppose I ask, explain dependency injection. The model gives me a generic explanation. Now imagine I always want the model to behave like a senior Java architect or a Spring Boot expert or a coding mentor or an interviewer. How do we achieve that? That's exactly what system prompts are designed for. So what is a system prompt? Every conversation with an LLM is actually made up of messages. There are three important message types: the system message, the user message, and the assistant message. The system message tells the AI how it should behave. The user message contains the actual question. The assistant message is the response generated by the AI. Think of the system prompt as instructions you give to the AI before the user starts asking questions. For example, instead of saying explain dependency injection, we first tell the model that you are a senior Java architect with 20 years of experience. Always explain concepts using enterprise examples as a system prompt. Now, when the user asks, explain dependency injection, the answer will be much more structured and professional. The system prompt does not answer the question. It changes how the model answers every question. Adding a system prompt in Spring AI is extremely simple. We will add one additional method named system with some instructions. One very important point to note here is that the system prompt is always sent before the user prompt. That's intentional. The model reads the instructions first, then processes the user's request. Behind the scenes, Spring AI converts our code into an OpenAI compatible request. Although we don't write the JSON ourselves, it looks conceptually like this. Notice that both the system and user messages are sent together. LM Studio forwards this request to Qwen3 coder. The model reads the system message first. Only then does it answer the user message. Now, let's implement the system prompt in our code. First, let's see how the model responds to a user prompt without a system prompt in place. Let the prompt be explain dependency injection and click send. We got the response and notice how generic the response is. It is explaining dependency injection and that too in JavaScript. Now, let's add the system prompt and see the difference. In the chat endpoint, just after the prompt function, add the system function. Let me add the system function with a message like you are an experienced Java trainer, teach freshers the same way a dedicated teacher guides students step by step with clear explanation, practical examples, and patience. Now let me go and run the application and test it in Postman. Now let me copy the same endpoint with the same user prompt and paste it in a new tab. Let me paste it here and click send. Now, if you look at the response, it has assigned a role as Java trainer. The explanation becomes educational, that too in Java programming language. The response is as per the system prompt. Now let me give one more prompt and see the response. Okay, so now let me delete this prompt and add a new prompt like you are an experienced Java architect conducting interviews for senior Java developer roles. Based on the topic provided by the user, prepare exactly 5 high-quality interview questions. Do not include answers unless requested. Okay, so now let me run the application and see the response in Postman. For the same user input as explain dependency injection, I am clicking the send button. See the response? It has generated 5 high-quality Java interview questions on dependency injection. Wow, how cool is that? Notice that the user's question never changed. Only the system prompt changed. And yet, the responses are completely different. This demonstrates how powerful system prompts can be. A few recommendations when writing system prompts. Be specific. Instead of saying you are helpful, say you are a senior Spring Boot architect with expertise in microservices. Clearly define the role, the audience, the tone, the output format, and any constraints. The more precise your instructions, the more consistent the model's responses will be. Today, we learned what system prompts are, why they are important, how to use them in Spring AI, how Spring AI sends them to the model, and how they influence the AI's behavior. If you found this video helpful, then please like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel and stay tuned for the next updates. Thank you.